there.
I'm Robert.
And I'm Vanessa.
We're late to the party on to episode 4 of Andor season 2. We finished the 3-episode arc that they did last week. Moving on to the next
arc.
Yeah, I'm figuring that's how it's going to go, right?
Yeah.
3 to 3 to 3. And kind of, it works when you have time to tell the story to kind of flush it out, and it might not fit in, in a small little episode. So you got to take some time. And
Yeah, you know who else did it that way? Arcane.
Yeah, no,
For their
it worked
final
out.
episode, they did acts.
Editing is horrible.
Instead of
though.
arcs.
It's a lot of work. But we are back with episode 4. We lost Brazos. Brazo. Is that what it is?
You did what I did,
I did
when I put the S
Only
in
Murders
there.
in the Building.
Yeah.
Brazos with Steve Martin's character. It's we got some survivors. Did B2 Emo stay behind? Did we pick him up? I feel like he's gonna be there a while. I feel like that's a way to not bring him along.
Yeah.
So he's gonna just chill
feel
in
like
the background.
they basically were like, sorry, buddy, you gotta stay here.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, take me with you.
They'll come back at the end and pick him up. They're like, let's go, buddy. He's all.
I just had a sad thought.
No. They blow up, the Death Star blows up the planet, but it wasn't the full test.
No, not
Okay.
that.
Sure
I'm
it
just
was.
talking about how, like, we know where Cassian Andor ends up,
Yeah.
but what if he never goes back to see the robot? So
Just shut up.
never realized.
Stop. That's terrible. So that's why he's emo for all of time.
Yeah.
But we're going to get into episode 4. If you want to watch a full watch along to any of the episodes of Andor, they're available on our Patreon as well as in the member section on our YouTube channel.
And if you've not subscribed, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when we drop things on the channel.
We've got a lot going on the channel. These 3 episodes definitely takes a huge chunk out of the week. So we'll get to when we can. But let's get into episode 4 of season 2 of Andor now. Just reminds me of like Crocodile Dundee. One
year later.
Damn, they're hustling.
Okay, yeah. That makes
hustling.
sense because it's going to be 3 episodes a week. A lot can happen in a year.
I know. We could be in a whole new mission.
Yeah.
Still having a dream. That's scary.
Oh, there you are.
Cassian said he'd seen your faces, so...
You tried.
I forgot to ask his name.
That red.
Everyone has their own rebellion.
No. Oh, shit. It was a freaking hallucination.
Yep. I figured.
But a mad doctor in the Star Wars universe. Like, it reminds me of Hemlock. Like, that was his name, right? The doctor on the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Jimmy Simpson voiced him.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that as a villain. And this dude is like scrambling your brains.
The scrambles.
The brain scramblies.
The brain scramblies.
You sure you don't want to talk about it?
She went through hell.
Multiple times. Multiple Imperial officers and soldiers and doctors. Yeah, at least they get to rest for a little while, you
A
know?
little bit.
Gorman. Gorman looks badass. Very Mediterranean.
Very Norman Bates.
No. Yes, you're right. Absolutely. I was gonna go Crispin Glover.
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
But it's like I was already sold on Crispin Glover, but then you say Norman Bates, like, oh yeah, it makes way more sense because of his mom.
He runs over the birds. We had a deal.
I'm seeing you clearly.
How nice. of
Damn,
you.
look at that pigeon. He's like, what up, motherfucker?
I think you've got spiders in your brain. The web weavers.
The web weavers.
Ugh.
Gorlectic pods.
They put you on the shelf, Cyril. You've been played.
Giving like that 60s vibes going on in the...
yeah, very much so.
A field office on Gorman.
I'm assuming you won't be visiting.
What happens if he's on Gorman and they're basically gonna pull a Pompeii off on it?
Those holodrops. This mockery of Emperor Palpatine.
Oh, no.
You must have seen them. How could you not?
We're getting new directives every month, and people are getting hurt.
Don't become too much of an individual, Cyril.
I have spiders to count.
Is that why he keeps a little thread by his door?
Oh.
See if anybody goes into his home.
Yeah, she is. What if it's a trick? I feel like Cyril is so deep into it that he's like a plant and he's gonna just pull the weeds out. And like as soon as they reach out, he's just gonna fucking take them all.
Maybe.
Oh, look at him. I love him. What's your name?
He's like, I'm just going to work.
Get out of here, bud.
Let me see the bug.
What for?
Let me see the
Ah, he's such a legit looking spy.
I'm not buying another spider.
This one's free.
Oh, it's a message.
There's a candy inside with information on the wrapper. You should come. You have the address.
What if he is really conflicted though and he fucking turns on the Empire? Could you imagine?
Yeah.
It'd be like
It's possible.
Callus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna tell him? The soldier?
Luthen cares about results. The deal went through, we won.
That's what they said about Krennic. I'm just waiting for him to be like, I'm Detective Michael Scarn. Like he just arrests everybody.
It was broken. Someone has been in your home.
What about Dedra?
They're not together.
What happened in a year?
I told you a lot can happen. Creepy looking.
What's with those spiders? Why does he collect them? Why are they just selling them on the street? Are they tasty? They eat them? He said there was like
I mean,
candy
it's
wrapper
Gorman.
inside. I know, it's got
Spiders.
spiders, but they just chomping on them.
Everybody's got spiders.
I know people chomp on them. They like them, sure. Look at him. He's going in for another one. Can't have enough.
She's eating one off one stick. She's looking at the other stick. She can't get enough of them. She gets up in the morning, there's a spider in the bath. What does she do? Oh, good. I'll leave the croissant for tomorrow. I'll eat that now.
The insanity of the city keeps us safe.
And why are we being so paranoid?
There's a lot of people around.
You didn't kill that boy because we're at war. You killed him because you saw my face.
Damn.
I mean, in episode 1, when she didn't want to look him in the face, she was like terrified.
Yeah.
Because once you see him, back then he was willing to let it go. Here it's like, nah, he doesn't mess around anymore. God damn, look at that architecture. Look like Tomorrowland. Or what Tomorrowland should be.
It's the same place that he walked through during the day.
Is it?
Yeah.
With the same lamps?
Yeah.
It's amazing how nighttime could change
I mean, that's
an
what
aesthetic.
it looks like. Yeah, pretty sure.
With the
it
water?
is. Yeah.
Falling down the crevice?
Yeah.
Oh, is he turning him in?
Are they watching some pod racing?
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
I left my notes on my desk like an idiot. I have to have them.
Or I can tell you where they are.
I think you go find them. Yeah, they don't want to deal with that shit.
They want to get back to their pod racing.
What is Cyril fucking doing?
I don't know.
Is he turncoating?
I don't
That
know.
would be amazing.
Okay.
Where are you?
The safe room.
You were careful.
Yes, of course, always. Look, I don't have much time.
Sorry.
They made contact. I've been invited to a meeting.
He's in there.
He's in deep.
They started breaking into the apartment. I know they're tapping the office comms. I assume I'm being followed all the time.
He loves it too.
Oh, I thought you'd want a brief party, guys.
No.
Not until you have something.
You'll want more than that.
Yeah. Like they said, you gotta catch them before you make them famous.
You gotta name names.
Exactly. But hand them over when you do.
Where's the intel?
I see a variety of causes.
Pick one!
Awkward.
We're arresting too many people.
Funny how that happens, huh?
Yeah.
We can't take it all in.
Gumming up the works.
Colonel Yularan and myself have a meeting scheduled with the Emperor to discuss amplifying our intake process.
Oh, shit.
With the Emperor, huh?
And Yularen.
Let's get to work.
Damn.
We should talk it over. Not here, but
I'm in all day.
What are you guys gonna talk about? Insurgencies everywhere. Everybody's crumbling.
To be fair, like, yeah, you've got people who are in the, but we've seen it before where you're in
Wedge,
the Empire,
Biggs.
and then you're like, this isn't right, and you know, you.
But at such high levels, too.
You don't call me in?
has it ever crossed your mind that Partagas put me on Axis because I don't seek glory?
Oh, I mean, she should be overseeing all of it.
You've given me a lot to think about. My door is open.
God, everybody playing games.
Thank you. He was going to chew his way through Legret and eat me for fun. How do I repay you?
You can buy me lunch.
I was gonna say, let's get some drinks.
Or they're just like all hooking up and just chilling,
Hey,
sharing
you know
intel.
what? They probably spend a lot of time together
I'm sure.
at the ISB.
IPTs. Shout out. Tucson.
The PORD was presented as an emergency measure, and over
The Senate.
I was going to say, are we going to get to see the inside of the Senate building again?
Oh my God.
an extension.
It's there in the background. Look at it.
Gorman needs this legislation more than anyone. I need votes. You've been hiding from me. Why?
You're confusing criminality and politics here.
Are we finding criminals or making them?
I can't support the bill because our country is chafing the Emperor.
They're up 19%.
She's doing the politicking.
And whose numbers are they?
Swerve's numbers. The way he said it just built it up.
If we do not stand together, we will be crushed.
Got to. Put in the fight.
I am close on the votes.
Do it.
So you say, but this is the Senate and under the Empire too, no less.
Damn. In A New Hope, they're like, the Senate's all been but like disbanded, like it's over. So we're gonna get to see the fall of the fucking Senate through this show.
Yeah.
Voting against the Emperor right now would be a total violation of that request.
Darn you, Emperor.
They're terrified.
Yeah, they are.
They're all scared.
Good is what the Emperor is wanting.
As he has foreseen it.
Yeah. I wonder what Vader's doing at this point.
Padme. Oh shit.
Dad Ramiro's running Gorman.
What's the obsession with Gorman? What are they after?
I don't know. I'm trying to rethink this all with her in the picture. It doesn't make sense.
They're trying to destabilize the region.
I need the end game.
I don't.
He's just giving you intel.
Yeah.
Just what he's hearing.
They're keeping some things close to the chest.
I can't wait another 3 months, Lonnie.
You used to tell me to wait.
Those days are gone.
Oh, we're ramping up.
Can't afford to wait.
We'll be standing by.
Damn.
Dude, we're getting so close. It's all gonna pop off.
I know.
Detective Michael Scard. He's gonna get them all. What if by being so deep in, though, it starts convincing him?
I guess we'll find out.
There's still hope for Cyril. And he could check his mom off a building. Just like the Emperor. Damn, yeah, they're just gonna be shipping you off. It's what they do to a nearby island that they call an armory.
It's very passionate.
How much do you understand?
Not enough.
Oh, that's true. We got subtitles. He's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah. I was curious if he knew what they were talking
said
about.
a little.
But not enough.
No, what if he's fluent and he's just like, no, he knows it all.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, God. What if he falls in love with someone else? Yo. What if he's just gobsmacked and he's like, oh, geez.
He's an Imperial spy. Be careful.
It's not funny. It's not true, is it?
No.
Lies.
You guys are done for.
Hey.
Unless they're playing him.
A double cross?
Yeah.
And what will you take away from this evening?
The strength of feeling.
Will you be writing a report?
No. To who? I'm here as myself.
What a refreshing position. I'm not sure why the Empire would build an armory in the middle of Palmer, but I'm running out of answers.
Those are classified.
Certainly, let's wait to the rumors.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, legitimately probably doesn't know.
Grand Moff Tarkin killed 500 peaceful, unarmed Gormans in the middle of that plaza.
Jesus. Tarkin's brutal.
You can imagine how upset we would be to find out there's an Imperial military facility rising over the monument to the fallen.
Yeah.
And they're going to destroy your planet for the resources. Oh, my God.
Maybe we can do some good together.
Cyril, please snap out of it when you witness what is happening.
We will find out when he has a conversation with Dedra to see if what he says to her. Wow. And then we can kind of get a gist of if he's going to be for or... Man.
Nuanced.
Ever been to Gorman? Where they make the fabric?
It's Luthen and Cassian again.
It's a different kind of mission, but it's not without danger.
If you choose
You're
to
going to go
accept
face
it.
to face with Cyril again if you go.
And a planet possibly being destroyed again.
Things will be fine. You don't know that. And I haven't said yes.
But you're going to, right?
I want this done quickly.
And that's why the Death Star is so crucial, because like they're saving planets like one planet at a time.
Yeah.
They're stopping the Empire every which way.
Oh, we're getting a little bit of...
Damn. Bro, that looks like the Resistance headquarters. Maybe it was Resistance was a little more rounded, but I could be thinking of Teletubbies.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of Teletubbies. But isn't this with
Saw
Gerrera?
I mean, if it was a rebel base, he probably used it. He was a rebel.
There he is.
It's a shrinking machine.
8 variations. 6 gauges.
We're going to get high tonight.
Work up a thirst, find a vein, take what you want, when you want it.
What's more dangerous than Redonium? Not many old pipe poachers out there. Not many who've lived to tell the tale. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you love the smell of it.
Oh, that's why he's all burned up. He's all cooked on the inside.
Burn from the inside. You watch your skin blister. Don't even need a spark, do you, boy? Boom! Prudence! He'll be your student.
Which variation?
Pick one.
We should concentrate on the station you're planning to hit.
You'll teach them all.
But I need to leave tomorrow.
Really? Is that what you need?
There was an agreement.
Dang, they're changing the agreement.
Pray they don't change it further.
Yeah.
They're all doing the same shit on either side of the team. It's just one
But
wants
he's like,
total
hey,
control.
we're on the same side.
True, right? But that's that nuance.
But we just do it differently.
That's that variation of levels to being in the Rebel Alliance. Oh.
Okay, maybe they are husband and wife.
I mean, you
Like,
don't need to
legit.
be.
That's true, you don't. I
Oh,
mean,
they-
you could still use the words.
They're going to play mirror. This is how they bang in Star Wars. Touch hands. You could be a
They
hand
don't
model.
swap bodily fluids.
Yeah, no, you got to have the visor.
Bodie, the wild mambo, the hunka chunka.
It literally was all they did.
No, I
oh,
was
is
just
that the
gonna say-
metaphor? That's the metaphor for Andor dropping in.
Yeah.
The music though, and all its synthy goodness. Props to all the real world locations in these shows, in these episodes. What's that? Tracker, so we could always find you? A light bright. Oh. Oh no! What are you doing that for? To help or to feel better? But could it be
Maybe.
bad? Could it be a very addictive thing? It doesn't look like it's a good thing, but then again, RSO knocks you on your ass, and that shit's helps
Some
with
sort of
pain.
acid type situation.
Oh no! She hits that straight blue milk. The kind that burns.
Concentrate.
Sure. Yo, so like we sat there for a little bit and we were listening to the music during like the end credits.
Yeah.
Fucking fire, man. Like not the one that like it was good, the one that let in, but then it like spills over into this other track. It hangs on to I think like the beat of the theme to it's almost like a ticking clock. Like you even hear it in Andor's theme when it's just like boom, boom, boom. But they have like all these other instruments going at the same time. And for a spy, that just feels like very on brand for the ticking clock and the spy. And you're always feeling like you got to go and do this before this happens. And the clock's going to run out. They're even doing it by the years, counting down to, the kicking off of the Galactic Civil War.
Yeah.
So, woof, man. Like in this episode, dude, jumping a year.
Yes, we jump a year and not a whole lot happened in this episode. We just got some, basically catching up on some of our characters, see what they've been sort of doing in the past year. It feels like out of everybody, Cyril has been making waves a little bit, but
also not.
helping Deidre. And then, of course, Andor, I'm sure he's been they've been talking about how he's been going on missions and stuff like
Right.
that. So, but other than that, there hasn't been a whole lot that happens. in the episode, but I get it. We know we still have to kind of build up. This is just like everything that's happening in the story has a purpose to leading up to what's going to happen in Rogue One. So I think it was just more character driven in a way for a lot of the characters,
specifically for Cyril.
Yeah.
Are you kidding, Cyril? You are undercover, like deep undercover, dude. You're in the lion's den, essentially, with all of them, face to face with the leader and the lieutenants and all that stuff of Gorman. And you're playing spy, reporting back to your girlfriend. But here comes the nuance. Is he going to see what everybody else is seeing and what is about to happen to this planet when he digs a little deeper and figures out what's going on? How will that affect him? And I'm excited to see that.
I am excited and curious to see if he does notice and like says like, oh, you know, I can't do this. This isn't right. Because as of right now, you know, he's there. He's helping Deidre with her investigation with Gorman, so that the Empire can come in and swoop all of their minerals, you know, to build the Death Star.
No, to lube the lenses. That's all it is. It's just lubrication for the lenses for the Death Star. So,
which then ends up making this planet, you know, useless as far as like habitation and stuff like that. So
fucking die. The whole thing's gonna crumble.
I am definitely curious to see if Cyril is like, you know, gung-ho with trying to be on the Empire side.
I think it's on brand if he does. I think
it would be on brand if he does for himself, but I would not be opposed to him being like, you know what, this is wrong. I'm not gonna be a part of this. Same thing with Deidre, but like the part where you were saying how he was like super like deep undercover, like super deep undercover with Deidre because nobody else really knows what she's doing at ISB as well. So they're keeping it close to the chest. And the Gorman front all of them where they were like, "You're not an Imperial spy, are you?" Haha.
Yeah, you guys are gonna
even though you joke, he's there for that reason.
The storm's coming for you, I think, because Deidre, they hinted to it in the last episode where Deidre said how she was raised in a kinder block for, the orphan children in the Empire. So she was missing her mother's love. And I'm wondering if, even though Cyril obviously devout for the Empire and, always been under the thumb of his mother, if the mother's love put a little bit of compassion in him to where he's susceptible to empathy, where Deidre has been coded out, man. The brainwashing started at 3 for her. Maybe. So a mother's love, I think, maybe makes a difference. And even his mom is like, they're casting you aside. They're throwing you away. She doesn't know what he's really up to. Right. But they really are casting them aside and throwing him away. They're kind of keeping him out of the way. And they're going to end up probably stumbling on something even bigger. Or get results that makes them look good. Look what Tarkin did. 500 people in the town square. That's how you get fucking results. So if they show up with something, then they'll pay attention to you more. But this is kind of like their first mission, official mission, their proving ground. But how it's going to affect Cyril, I'm still very curious on. But if he stayed Empire all the way through the end, I think it would be on brand with him and Deidre. But either way, what y'all think of this episode of Andor? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. You can also like and subscribe.
And did the Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord.
All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kick into the party fuel. The party keeps the party going on our Patreon as well as in the member section on our YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our reactions to the other things that we are covering. There's a whole bunch of things going on right now. Last of Us. That's a big one. Check those reactions out. But thanks so much. And as always.
And now it's time to say goodbye.
This party is over.
Bye.
Bye.